All right. It's been a little while. Let's see if the notifications are working all right. And let's see if anybody, because I don't really have a scheduled time anymore. First live of 2020. Wow. It's been a little while. All right. Hey, how's everyone doing? Creations by Baby Doll. I have an email going out to you in just a few minutes after this live, but I'll chat with you. I'll let you know what's going on. Farmall Fanatic, how are you doing? Dina, how are you doing? How was your guys' holidays? I haven't been on. This is first time since November. Okay, so we're going to do just a basic kind of one of my swipes I've been doing. But how was your guys' holidays? How have you been? It's been so long. It's so silly. It's been crazy for us. Very, very crazy for us. So, sorry for that. How's everyone doing? And Passion for Pets, how are you doing? Yes, our December, our holidays were nuts. Let's just say that. I don't know how else to say it. So, well, most of the month of December, we were actually pretty. Why is it doing that? That's driving me nuts. Because usually if I keep my hands in the, it doesn't do that quite so much. So, but we had the flu here, really, really, really bad. So I don't talk a lot about my family and my kids and all that, but yeah, my son, he's a big guy. He's a big old teenage boy, and he got super, super, super sick and ended up being ambulanced and went to the hospital and then had to be ambulanced to the next hospital. He kept passing out on us. And it was very, 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 very scary. Mike was trying to carry him to the car, and he kept passing out and passing out. And so they got him to the close hospital here by ambulance, and then they had to take him over to Oregon to the bigger hospital to do some testing, because he came back positive for the flu, but they thought, my gosh, he's really, he just kept passing out, could not stay conscious. And so then after a few days of being in the hospital at a couple of different hospitals, he recovered and he was okay. So they figure it was actually just the flu. It was so flipping scary. He passed out in the living room and gasped for breath. And oh my God, it was the scariest time ever. And so I'm just going to swipe this kind of just randomly, guys. And so, yeah, the whole family ended up with the flu. So that was kind of our early part of December. And so that kind of sucked real bad of us all just so sick. I am not liking that one color I put on there. I'm going to try to get a little brightness a little bit more by it. But so yeah, the flu is so, so, so bad this year. And this is an otherwise, pretty healthy kid. And it just hit him really hard. And so then, yeah, it hit so fast. It hit him so fast. Everybody else was sick, and so we were kind of paying attention to everybody else and making sure everybody else. And then he ended up just, bam, within the afternoon. I mean, he got sick that morning, had 104 fever by afternoon, and by midnight we were calling an ambulance, all within one day. So be careful with the flu, guys. The flu is really bad this year. So that took a couple of weeks out of, commission for December. Because remember, guys, I was going to take December off because my plan was, yes, thank you, guys. Thank God he's better. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, I was going to take December off because I was going to figure out OBS and maybe like the, what is the chat? StreamYard, so we could do maybe panels and I'll talk. Oh, I didn't get any of that done. None of my plans for December ended up happening. I did get my studio all organized and some new lighting, but that was about it on the whole. I was going to get a bunch of resin work done and work on learning resin because you guys, I haven't really ever done resin, so I was going to do that in the month of December. All my December plans came to a halt. So yeah, it was pretty scary. So then we got over the sickness and then it became Christmas. And I don't usually talk about a lot of the, this is a lot more personal. I don't talk about my kids. Usually I don't talk about, but I have a sibling who deals with a lot of mental illness issues and some addiction issues. And, love him to death. We've been our whole lives super, super, super close. But on Christmas Day, he had a mental health crisis. And let's just say if you're in Washington and you try to call 911 for a different state, don't call 911. You need to call the sheriff's office in a different state. We've learned that now, that you cannot call 911 if it's not your area. So that's kind of just to let you guys know. And so Christmas Day was spent worrying about him and how he was doing and where he was at. And then he was in the hospital for a while. Thank God he got to the hospital and he got some help. But he is now back out on the streets and back missing, pretty much. So it's been kind of super, super stressful with all that going on. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on and where I've been, and just been very much worried about my brother and trying to get over the sickness. And so yeah. But now I'm gonna be doing the lives. I'm gonna try to get back onto a regular schedule for the live streams. I have missed you all. I have so missed you all. But and then I had my 40th birthday. So that was kind of crazy too, because that was part of the reason. And I'm keeping my hands here to keep the trying to keep from zooming in and out. But I'm going to go ahead and try to. I still have the stupid crazy torch. Let's see if it flames up on us. I hope not. I haven't honestly gotten a ton of painting done. I did that Christmas paint pour series and then the few videos that you've seen. Yeah, last week was my birthday, so I turned 40. But I don't know why I don't know, for those of you that are 40, did that stress you out? I don't know why, but it stressed me out. So my plan was for December to do all this getting better eating and exercising to, be ready and good, feeling good for my 40th birthday. Well, December just went by and I didn't even end up doing any of the, we were sick, so there wasn't any worry of eating bad, really. We were so sick. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, it's just a number. I don't know. It was that last month, and now I'm fine. It was last week that was my birthday, but now I seem fine about it. It was that last month leading up to it. I felt pressured that, I didn't get this done in my life and this done in my life, and I want to, do this and that. So it was honestly that last month. So, but yeah, I wanted to get OBS figured out so we could have some new, there's some way we can figure out to make it where we can do like little giveaways during the live streams and all kinds of stuff. But I can't seem to, I got to sit down and figure out the whole OBS system. Oh, dried paint's coming off. I'm trying to get the lid off. So that's something still that'll have to be coming. And I'll still have to try to figure out resin. Didn't end up getting time for that, but that's okay. It'll all come. Yeah, it's definitely a milestone. I wouldn't say I got depressed. I got more anxiety over like, oh my gosh, I didn't lose the weight I wanted to. I haven't done this I wanted to, all that sort of stuff. So, more just anxiety that month coming up. And it was around Christmas time, so it's all the unhealthy foods around and all that good stuff. But, then as soon as, the birthday came and went, and now I'm like, okay, I'm 40, whatever. But now I have started. We are starting to eat better and cleaner. So I guess it all works out in the end. So I'm just throwing a whole bunch of pinks down. Hey, London Art Nanny. Hello. Welcome. It's my first live stream of 2020. Hard to believe. I have missed you guys. I've actually set up for a live stream a couple of times, guys. I've set it all up a couple of times, and then something will come up. And so there's been just a lot going on. Been so worried about my family, and someday I'll share more about maybe my brother's story and stuff. I need to definitely talk to him and make sure he's okay with me sharing his story, but he had a tragic few years. So yeah, this is fluid acrylics, and so I'm just kind of pouring down some paint and just kind of various areas, and then I'm gonna swipe through it. And I don't really know why I've left the middle, so I need to get that middle. But yeah. So I hope your guys' holidays was a little less hectic than ours, and you guys had a nice holidays. Yeah, ours was just real hectic. Let's just say that. But I don't know if you guys deal with family members that maybe have some mental health issues going on, but it's really hard when you have somebody that has mental health issues and they're not near you. So it's hard to help all the way across the country. So that's been probably the biggest. It would be much easier to help and be there and do everything if I was near. Thank you. So these colors, I have silicone and only the one pink. So you're going to see some color blocking where it's going to have no cells and then some real nice cells coming through. And I love how the gold, you don't have to have, in this gold, you do not have to have cells at all or silicone at all. And it just will float across the top. There's some lovely lacing going on right here. So that's a real fun thing that happens with the gold. I'm going to see them pop up. Yeah, exactly. And not everyone wants to be helped. And that's exactly. So it's a hard thing to deal with. But it's hard to watch somebody be homeless and you want to help, but they're not near you and all that. So guys, this is a canvas panel. And sometimes I can get real good luck with the canvas panels and not have them warp. And sometimes, you get a brand that they just, no matter what you do, they're going to warp. So I have an old baby sock. I'm just wiping on every single time I'm wiping on getting a new clean palette knife. But these canvas panels are done real nice. They haven't warped any of them. I'll show you guys the brand just a second. It is Art Alternatives is the brand for these canvas panels, and they were on sale where I go. So yeah, they don't warp or anything, and they're just the cheap panels. Yep. It's hard. It's super hard. And it's super hard just to see. And somebody dealing with addiction and so much stuff. And it's just hard to see. But not, and then to come to grips with it myself that there's not all that much I can do. So yeah. So we're gonna get the flamethrower out again. Let's see. I kind of want to do something with this streak through here. We might kind of mess with that. But let's see if it gets a little flamethrower. Hopefully not. All right. So some lovely pinks and purples. What I sometimes will do here, because I got just this straight line I'm not really liking, I will kind of just to kind of break that up. There, not just kind of, it was kind of when swiping, I like to get some more organic kind of stuff. That's why I call this a whimsy swipe. And so it kind of just wanted to get that straight line out of there. Yeah. All right, you're taking off. All right. Thanks for coming by, London Art Nanny. I'm going to be back live on Friday at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So I'm going to try to do get back to my Tuesday, Friday schedule, guys. So I think 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to try that out for a few weeks and see how that works. But we're going to try to get back to the Tuesday, Friday schedule. Maybe some shorter streams. They might not be super long streams, but we're going to try to get back to the two a week. But it was a nice break, but also at the same time, like you get used to chatting with y'all. I really was missing you guys. Okay, guys, I'm going to move this one out of the way. There's a real nice shimmery lacing going on, especially over here in this corner. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. So what we got going on now, guys, is I just got a bunch of, so you can kind of tell my table's pretty messy. This is usually about when I'm going to go ahead and change it out. So what I usually do is I go ahead and just pour right on here, not in a pan. So I got a bunch of tiles and we're going to set those up and pour right on here. And then that's it for today. So I don't know, there's like probably about 10 tiles, some smaller ones for magnets. And then there's some bigger ones that'll be, I've been doing with Barnwood, some real nice art pieces. So that's what those bigger tiles will probably be. So let's get these set out. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, just when you're doing the swiping, you want to just kind of lightly swipe through. It's just learning how to just feather across. And that's what's nice about those cheap palette knives, these plastic cheap knife ones, is they're real light. So they're real easy to just kind of feather across the top because they don't have a lot of weight to them. So for that technique, I like them. So now I like to use a palette knife with a little bit more weight for some of the other techniques. But for this swipe, it's nice to these cheap ones. let's set out. Let's see how that'll work for now, and maybe have a couple more. And I had stuff on my hands, so I've gotten paint, but that's okay. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, it'll be nice to catch up with you all. So, how was your holidays? I've seen a few people say. And what do you guys got going on so far for the new year? Do you guys do the whole New Year resolution thing and all that? I don't really. I kind of do more of just like, I guess I kind of do. But I usually do it around my birthday anyways, because it's at the beginning of the year anyways. So it's more like a birthday. This year I'm going to do this differently or whatever. I think this year mine is just mainly living with more intention. Living with intention. That's what I kind of am trying to do this year. Just kind of focus and live with intention. So let's do one of the, I think I'm going to actually move this closer, and then we'll move it out of our way. After I got them all lined up all pretty, then I'm like, ah. So, yes. So happy. And I've got so many plans for the channel, so many new things that I'm going to work on. There's a new video coming out this week, top 20 pours for 2020. So that's a big video. I'm going to put just a dab of this kind of, it's called pumpkin, but it's not really a very pumpkin-y color. So I'm just going to blow this one around. Can you guys, yeah, you guys are in frame. And I just have a piece of aquarium tubing, and that's why I can direction flow anyway. So have you guys had lots of snow? Have you guys had lots of winter weather where you're at? We haven't really yet. So this whole last week, they tricked us. The Northwest is kind of hard. They say that's what the weathermen, that's their excuse, is they say it's really hard to predict our weather here. Maybe it is. I have no clue. I don't know about those things. But so all last week they would say, we're going to get the big snowfall. It's going to be, you know, and everybody went out to the stores and bought out all the essentials and got all ready. And every single day they said, well, not today. And we got a couple of days where it was kind of a dusting of snow. Not a ton of accumulation, but a good little dusting every day. This was last week. And every day the news would say, tomorrow, the big snowstorm's coming. So it's kind of hyping us all up because I like a good snowstorm. We just don't get a lot of good snowstorms here. So we were all ready and excited. And then I think it was Friday, early mornings, hours of Friday. It did end up snowing. I don't know, an inch or two, but by 8, 9 o'clock, it was almost gone. Yeah, the grocery stores and tire shops made some good money. So now we're going to do this one, and I'm not going to put the orangey yellow color in. I'm just going to put pink. And then the next one, I think I'm going to put pink and a little bit of purple. So I do have about 2 drops of silicone, just the treadmill oil, Spot On treadmill oil, 2 drops of it in this pink. The blue does not have silicone, and it's just my regular, it's Floetrol, 1 part paint to about 2 to 3 parts Floetrol. But yeah, hey, this prudent gal, welcome. Haven't chatted with you in a while. This is my first live stream of 2020. I haven't done a live stream in quite a while. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I was just letting everybody know about our crazy flu that we had around here, and our crazy December we had around here. But I'm hoping for a calmer the rest of January and a calmer 2020. uh, Hey, H7. Hey, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a little while. I even told Mike, I said, I have not talked to H7 at all. So I don't know how long you've been in the chat. You maybe will have to go back and listen after this, but I don't want to go on and repeat it. But it's been a crazy, crazy couple months. Crazy couple months. That's all I'll say. So yeah, you guys know those that pour the very popular Shelly art beautiful, beautiful blooms that she does. But there's all this stuff that she adds into hers to make it do that effect. Now mine is just my recipe, my same recipe I use every day. It's no change. There's nothing different. So sorry if I miss anything in chat. So you were sick for 2 weeks. Yeah, our whole family was sick. My son ended up in the hospital. We had to go by ambulance to the hospital and then to a different hospital, and it was really bad. But yeah, it was influenza B, and they said the influenza B is really, really bad this year. So oh, you got sick too, H7? Yeah, terrible, terrible. It's bad, bad. And they suggest every year for me to get the flu shot. And I don't. I just don't usually get the flu shot. But God, this year it's so bad. But with my immune system, but my kids, they don't. They're, healthy and in that age range, teenagers, they don't suggest, but it hit them hard. I maybe should have put just a little bit more paint in that one, but we'll see what pops back up. Sometimes a little bit more pops back up. Let's see it, torching it. That I might put just a little bit more actually. But yeah, it's been a rough couple months. Let's just say that. And then just with family members getting older, and I don't know, you don't see them as much, and then you see them on the holidays and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize, how, family members that are getting a little bit elderly, it just becomes more apparent on the holidays, and it's like, oh my God, I need to spend more time with you. I'm even going to put more, guys. Not liking that one, but what sometimes I'll do is I'll just kind of we can also just swipe. I think I was running out of air, having a hard time blowing that one. But we're going to go ahead and just grab it. And then we're going to grab us up some blue and some color. And we're going to just swipe. I think I'm running out of breath for doing the blown ones. All right, now I'm going to do a couple more here of the just kind of swiping. Let me grab for this brown and drop the brown. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just kind of grabbing colors just randomly here. So I think, and I haven't painted in so long, I'm noticing a few of these are, I have to grab my little paper clip and poke they're almost like they're clogged. Yeah. So do you guys get the flu shot? Is that something you guys do? I normally don't. They tell me to. But I was really surprised that even in the hospital while having the flu, they gave my son the flu shot, like while in the throes of having the flu. I thought they would have like want you to not like be active flu right then. This is going to be one of those just swipes. So what I'm going to want to do is take these a little bit further away. Oh, you can't, and you don't, never. Yeah, I usually don't, even though they highly suggest. I get a lecture every time, and I don't. I don't know. It's terrible with my immune system too. But my son, we did go ahead and opt to have him have one, but I was like kind of surprised that they did it while having the flu. Not enough silicone here. So only this brown has silicone, guys. There we go. Yeah, everybody, it's been a while. But I'm going to really try to get back to my 2 a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. And I'm going to do that for a couple of weeks. We'll see how that's working out, the schedule wise. And then, but I'll let you guys know if I make any more changes. But I'm going to try to get back to the 2 a week. So, okay, I want to do a couple of the just kind of smash them together, smush ones. So, let's see. I'm going to put just some random colors. But yeah, the weatherman tricked us last week. We didn't end up with our humongous snowstorm they promised us. That was kind of a bummer. Yeah, I picked up this green, but I don't think I am going to put that green. I think I'll put just a little bit of this lighter blue, not too much. And I'm going to take 2 tiles and smash them together. Shake this up just a little bit. Oh, you're having sleeping issues? Yeah, that's terrible. No good. And last we had talked, H7, you were looking at some other properties possibly. Were you going to get a different property somewhere a little bit quieter? I wasn't sure what happened with that to help you with your sleeping. The first 3 tiles. So meaning these ones, only the pink had silicone. Only this pink, this bright magenta, it is, or no, it's light magenta, Artist Loft light magenta. That one had silicone. I only usually put silicone in 1 or 2 colors. Less silicone is more. You don't want a lot of silicone. This one, only the brown had the silicone. These ones, only that pink had the silicone. Or did I put, this blue has silicone too. So this one did get a little bit of that blue too. So this one has 2 colors, the pink and the blue. But these ones only the pink. So just a regular little tile, I'm going to take and just smash it together. Okay, I'm going to get these pushed a little bit further so we can bring this more into there. So you guys can see it. Yeah, let me know if I don't see a question, because every once in a while I don't catch a question. So let me know or just ask it again. Because I am happy to answer any questions about any silicone or anything. I'm happy to answer any of the questions. So just let me know. So I am going to get just a little bit, there's a couple areas that were kind of, I'd say, balding. So then I just take my hand and just kind of make it look more, not like I just set a glob of paint down, more natural. But I really feel like with silicone, less is more. You get too much and it'll actually not give you cells and the effect you're looking for. So I tend to only put it in 1 or 2 colors. And I don't tend to put it in my bottles because then, you know, I just maybe don't want the silicone on the next one. So I tend to, if I'm mixing up paint in containers, then that's where the silicone's probably going to be at. So there's those 2. Let's pull these ones in a little bit more, and we'll do 4 of those. We'll do 2 and 2. Let me grab another. I just got all kinds of whatever cream cheese or yogurt or whatever we can try to. My hands are really dirty. I keep getting them. That's okay. Yeah, insomnia is no fun. I have dealt with that. I know about that. I have no problem falling asleep. It's staying asleep. I am back up in a couple hours, you know, with my mind going, and so it's like staying asleep for me. Can you guys see? Yeah, you guys can see back there. So guys, these are going to be the last 4 today. Kind of a shorter live stream and just kind of ease back into it. I don't know why. I was nervous, guys. I'll tell you the truth. I was nervous to get back on a live stream. It's funny. As many as I've done, you wouldn't think I could get nervous, but I actually set up the live stream last week to do, and my nerves got the best of me. I don't know what's wrong with my anxiety lately. And I just don't usually share a lot about kids and family, and I felt like I kind of needed a little bit of a suggestion, a little bit of a explanation of where I've been. Cheesecake. Oh, you're making a cheesecake? Oh, I had a cheesecake on my birthday. That was excellent. Those 2 are just the glare. You guys can't really see those. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple months. Oh, where'd that brown go? Right here. So some of the things that we should be expecting from the channel this week are a long video that's going to be 20 paint pours in 2020. So that's going to be somewhat of a long video towards the end of the week. And then just some whimsy swipes and some whimsy pours. And then another thing that I'm going to be working on the channel here coming up is I've gone to Goodwill and a few thrift stores, and I'm going to be showing what you can go to the thrift store and get and paint pour on. So I'm going to have a whole series of paint pouring on thrifted objects. So I've gotten, I don't know, 5 or 6 objects now. So I've got a few things all ready to go that I can now paint pour on and show you guys like what I can redo some Goodwill items. So yeah, I've got a lot of good plans, videos coming up. So if you guys can join me and watch those. And then on Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when I'll be live again. So Tuesdays and Fridays, and I'm going to redo my About page to add the Tuesdays and Fridays. So guys, I really like the way these whimsy swipes turned out. They turned out way better than these tiles. Some lovely lacing going on. Let me show you this other one. That would look real cute in a little girl's room. A little unicorn room or something like that. So yeah, those are the 2 I did at the very beginning. And so, but yeah, cheesecake is always my choice for birthday cake. I'm not very into cake and frosting, like a regular cupcake or a regular cake. Maybe carrot cake. I do like carrot cake or a spice cake. But other than that, I'm not too into it. So yeah, I love cheesecake. So good. So anyways, guys, that's going to be the last of it for today. But I was so glad. It's so nice to catch up with you guys. Yes, I think we have talked Mike into making an appearance soon. So one of these days we'll have to sit down and have a little chat with Mike, and you guys can, I'll introduce you guys face to face with Mike, and you guys can get to know him as well. So because a lot of you, we've all chatted for quite some time, and you guys can get to see what he looks like and get to know him a little better too. So yeah, lots of new things we've been planning and talking about for the channel. So, all right, guys, you guys have an awesome week. And yeah, not just his jacket in the background. Yep. And I am so happy to be back. And I'm happy to be back chatting with you all. And I've missed you all. And my mom makes a really good cheesecake. So she made me my cheesecake. Yep. It is pretty easy, surprisingly. My mom has an amazing recipe for a cheesecake. But yeah, so anyways, guys, I'm not ignoring you. It's hard with a lot going on. All right. All right, you guys have a good one.